This is going to be a follow along for when you feel like absolute trash and you don't know what to do and how to move around, but you feel like you need to do something. So, this is really good for post surgery or even if you're just coming out of a flare, anything like that. If you do have a specific injury that you need to give some room to, like maybe an arm, a leg, an ankle, feel free to only use one side, modify as needed, making sure you're keeping yourself safe. So we're going to start in a settled in position in wherever feels comfortable. So that might be sitting down, that might be lying down, that might be reclining. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. I'm going to be hanging out right here. You're going to start with your legs maybe extended unless you're sitting, and then they can be just kind of wherever feels comfy. And you're just going to wiggle your feet around. That might look like pointing, flexing your toes. Might look like spreading your toes apart, or even moving your feet from side to side into a little duck foot. And then we're going to start drawing some circles with our feet. If there is a bum ankle involved, go ahead and just do one side, or maybe just move your toes. Very nice. Now you're going to bend your legs a little bit. You're just going to kind of rock and roll from side to side. Nothing too big. If you want to get a little bit bigger, you can let your knees fall a little bit more over, or you can just keep it small and wiggle just off the center. Up to you. And you're going to come back to center, straighten one leg and bend it, straighten the other leg and bend it. We'll just hang out there. Now try and do this, spreading your toes out nice and wide in a little fan. And then release that and just keep chill feet, the same walk. Very nice. Now you're going to extend one leg, you're going to come into a pigeon. So you're going to hook the other leg. Maybe you're just down here at the ankle, I don't know. Or maybe you're up a little higher at the shin below the knee. Maybe you're above the knee. If you're up here and this feels good, then you can keep going, bend into this leg until you get just a little bit of stretch on this bent leg, the back of the hip. If at any point during any of these stretches you either get to a place where you're like, that's good enough, or you feel like you can't really move to the next position, stay whichever variation is helpful for you. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side, extending that leg, hooking the other ankle. Maybe this is where you stay, this is enough, fantastic. If you want to try another variation, you can slide your leg up a little bit more, maybe up to the top of the knee. If needed, if you want more where it feels good, you can come into a little bit more of a pigeon. Fidgeting side to side is always welcome. Good. Go ahead and let that go. And then coming back to where we started, just kind of pointing, flexing your feet, moving them around. Just little wiggles. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and take one arm in a little circle. Doesn't have to be super big, arm doesn't have to be straight, can be straight, bent, or soft. Just draw a circle. You reach up and over, and then out. If you do notice that this plane isn't that comfortable, you can reach out and arc over like that. Just kind of see where you want to be. And unless you have a broken wing, you can switch over to the other side. If you ever need to make this smaller, you can just do little shrugs, little circles, or you could skip it entirely. That's good too. Nice. Go ahead and extend one arm out in front of you, and then you're gonna flex your palms. So you're gonna kind of pull like if you're pulling your fingers toward your elbow, you're just gonna flex your palm and roll your wrist back and forth. And then go ahead and do some big circles. And then wiggle your fingers. Good, and then we'll switch to the other side. And we'll start this time with the fingers. If you can do more, you can do that. Flex your wrist. And then if and when you're ready, unless you have your injury here, you can extend your arm out and do the same thing with the wrist. Just rolling it back and forth. Feels better to make a circle, you can do that too. Very nice. Now we're going to come just to the hands. You're going to go ahead and catch one finger at a time, stretching it back. Just getting a little bit of stretch across your palm. And walk it on back to the original finger. And then same thing on the other side. Once you get to the end of the hand, you'll walk back. And then we'll switch to the other side. Once we get there, I'm not there yet. Okay, now when you're ready, we'll switch over to the other side. We'll do both these hands again. And you might not feel like you're doing a whole lot here, but the thing to remember is that the important thing is to meet yourself where you are, not where you'd like to be or where you think that you should be. If this is challenging for you, then this is exactly the amount of effort you need to be putting in. If it's not challenging for you and you want to hang out here anyway, that's also fabulous because you're doing something. The idea is to slowly increase the amount that you can do over time. And sometimes your starting point is going to be different than someone else's, and that's totally okay. Last time, stretching out the fingers on this side. Good. Wiggle your hands, roll your wrists. And then let's go ahead and come back to those legs. You're just going to straighten into one leg and then bend and straighten and bend. Because again, if you're getting something out of it, it's worth doing. It doesn't matter if somebody else is on a different part of the story than you. The important thing is to honor where you are. Good. Go ahead and extend everything out or come to whatever comfy position feels good. Close your eyes, take a big deep breath in and out. And again, in and out. Last time in and out. Lovely. I hope that this felt good, and if you're currently feeling like crap, I hope that you feel better.